So guys, in this video, I'm going to cover that how you can start your first English conversation with anyone. Exactly. As I told you in my previous video, I gave you such a amazing roadmap that how you can speak English in just 2 months. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the first step that you have to take. Exactly. You have to take the first step that how you are going to make conversation with anyone. Exactly. It is the first thing that I'm going to talk about this video, and in the second point that I'm going to talk about that how you can speak English without hesitation. Actually, I have a one group where people are communicating with each other. I have maybe 350 members over there. Okay, so if you haven't joined in that group, so link is available in my description. Go and try to join this group. Is kind of very helpful group for like improving your communication skill. You can communicate with each other. Okay, so I was talking about that I got a lots of member after uploading that previous video. They were looking for like partner. They got a partner that's speaking with each other, but I noticed that there are lots of people they can't speak. They're afraid of speaking in English. In my previous video I just gave you one what's called it's a roadmap kind of thing I gave you. But first of all, after taking a roadmap, you have to first of all start taking steps. Okay, the first steps you have to take that you have to start speaking in English. Okay, for that you have to do one thing. You have to speak, but there are lots of people, as I told you, they are not speaking that much. And if you're also like you, so watch this video till the end. Again, I'm going to say you because you're going to understand that how you can start speaking in English. Okay, so let's come to the point. First of all, if you want to improve your communication skill, as I told you, so you have to like speak. You can't learn English just from like reading books, from listening, from learning grammar, from learning vocabulary. You can't speak in an English in this way. You have to take steps. You have to listen. You have to you have to speak. At least you have to take first step that you have to speak. For that you have to do one thing. You can join in my group. You can communicate with the people over there. But as I know that you have a problem that you afraid of making mistake, you're afraid of speaking in English. It's okay because we are not habitual to speak in English. Okay, we are not habitual to speak in English. That is the reason we feel afraid, we feel nervous while speaking in English. It's okay, but you have to take steps. For that you have to do one thing. That first of all I'm going to talk about that how you can start your conversation with people. Okay, the first of all I'm going to talk about that you have to start greeting people whenever you're communicating with new peoples. So you have to start greeting like hello, good morning, this side Aman. You have to speak like this. There are lots of greeting way I just gave you in a screen. You can use this kind of things for the greeting people. So you have to first of all greet people that hello, good morning, good evening, whatever it is. Okay, you have to greet people. You have to ask to people just how are you, what's going on. You have to ask like that. First of all you have to learn these things. Okay, this is the way that you have to first of all take steps for the communicating with the people. After all that, if after asking to people that how they are doing, how I'm doing, you have to give like your things as well, that yeah, I'm doing well, I'm fit as a fiddle, or I'm it's going well, like that. Whatever your things is going on, you have to share with your co-learners. Okay, so you have to start conversation like this way. You don't need to you don't need to be always confused about these things. Never. Try to be a very practical each and every conversation. If you want to start your first conversation, you have to be very practical and try to be a very confident. Try to say to your brain that I'm a very confident. Okay, that is the thing. First of all, you have to start greeting people. Then you have to ask people that how they are doing, and they are also going to ask you that how you are doing. So you have to give an answer. You have to reply that yeah, I'm doing well. Okay, you have to greet people like that. You have to ask people things. That's all. By the way, you can introduce yourself after all greeting and kind of thing like my name is Zaman and I'm from West Bengal. I'm a student and it's been a 3 to 4 months I have been learning English. So you can say like that. You have to tell about yourself to peoples, and they are also going to introduce yourself, or you can ask that if you don't mind, could you introduce yourself? So you can also start. You can also ask peoples that how they are doing, and like could you introduce yourself like that. This is going to start your conversation. This is the things that you have to break. First of all, ice. That's called ice breaking. There is a one idiom to break a ice. So you have to first of all break a ice. You have to like break the silence. For that you have to greet people. You have to ask how they are doing, how like what they do, what's their name, where they are from. So you have to like that. You have to be a practical always when we like meet with the new peoples in our native language. So how we greet to people, like you have to like this always. Okay, there is a no rocket science of these things. You have to ask people. This is the beginners. This is the beginners things. If you're beginners, watch this video till the end. You are going to understand the whole things. And might be if you're going to face any issues, please let me know, and I provide one-to-one session as well, so don't forget to message me for the one-to-one session as well, and it's a paid session. Okay, so let's come to the point that I was talking about, that you have to start greeting people, you have to ask things, and you can start the things like that. The first step is a very important, and if you're going to take your first step now, so this is going to help you a lot. Okay, there are lots of people, I just noticed that now they just always talk about the topics. So first of all, if you're beginner, so you have to avoid the topic discussion. You have to be you have to be friendly, you have to ask people like a friendly, you have to give an answer like a friendly, you have to start casual discussion, I would say. Okay, you have to do this kind of thing rather than like going for the talk about on any topic. If you're going to talk about the topic now, so you're not going to think out of the box. So I would really prefer you guys that try to like ask question, try to give answer like that. First of all, learn the thing that how you are going to greet people, how you are going to ask people's things, how you're going to talk about your things. This is going to help you a lot to improve your like fluency and confidence. First of all, as I told you, you have to take steps. You have to take steps, man. you know Without taking steps, you're not going to learn English. As I told you, you can't learn English, you can't speak English just from learning grammar, or just from the what's called reading books. Can't. Okay, so you have to first of all take a steps. And if you haven't joined my like group, just go and join there, and you can like communicate with lots of people, and you can meet with me as well, and you can talk about the classes, paid sessions as well. So that's quite very good thing, that you can meet with lots of people as well. You can gain lots of experience and new experience about like spoken English. That's all. Okay, so let's come to the second point that I just said you, that how to speak without hesitation. Okay, so the first step you have to take, as I told you, that you have to start speaking with the people, and it's okay that you are going to make mistake, because it is your first day, or whether you are just new learner. Okay, it's really okay. I'm going to repeat you one line that my it is my one of favorite line. That's I believe that is really matter. That if you want to speak correct English, so you need to have a guts to speak. Like incorrect English. Okay, that is the thing I wanted to say. You have to be believe that yourself, that I can speak English, and if I'm going to make like incorrect sentences, it's really okay, because I'm a learner. And in my English group, they are not going to judge you, anyone. Okay, and no one can is going to judge you for your spoken English. Okay, so you don't need to worry about it. Okay, first of all, try to keep in mind that you have to take steps, and second thing, you have to start speaking. Without speaking, you are not going to improve your communication skill. Okay, you can make lots of mistakes, you can make lots of bunches of mistakes while practicing English, while speaking English. It's really okay. Again, I'm going to say you, it's really okay. Try to be very practical, try to speak with the people. Okay, let's come to the second point that I was talking about, that hesitation. Hesitation is okay, that we are new here, we are learner. It's okay to hesitate while speaking in English, because we are not habitual to speak in English. As I told you, we are not habitual to speak in English. So it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to hesitate. So if you want to avoid hesitation, now you have to do one thing. You have to start practicing each and every day. You have to be very consistent about your practice. I was also facing this issue when I used to talk with some good co-learners, when I used to communicate with some no, intellectual person, when I used to speak with someone who has a very good communication skill. I was also hesitating, I was also facing this problem as a beginner, as well as a newbie. So it's really okay, it's really okay to hesitate, but you have to make habit to speak in an English. If you are not going to make habit to speak in an English now, so you are going to hesitate each and every day. So I will give you some tips and techniques which is going to help you a lot to remove this problem. That's called hesitation, that's called underconfidence and shyness. So you have to do one thing, as I told you, that you have to keep in mind that it's really okay to make mistakes. You don't need to worry about it, and you have to say yourself, that's if I'm not going to speak now, so I'm not going to learn anything. It's a like fact. Okay, as you know, there are lots of teachers, they are teaching grammar and kind of thing to students. Okay, just name of spoken English, but they can't speak in an English fluently. Do you know the reason? Because of they are just teaching you only grammar, that is the thing, and you are going to learn only grammar. So that is the thing, man, you are not going to learn anything. So first of all, just try to say to your brain that if I'm not going to speak, so I'm not going to learn anything. Try to say your brain, and automatic you are going to like speak with the people. Okay, and whether it is incorrect or correct, it's really okay, it's really fine. Again, I'm going to say you, it's okay to make mistakes here. Okay, it's it's a very journal things. It's a really fact that you are new here, you're going to make mistake. It's really okay. I'm going to clear these things. It's really okay. You don't need to worry about it. And as I told you that I'm going to provide you such a very amazing environment that you can, like, communicate with the people, and they all are friendly guys. Okay, so it's okay. So for the hesitation, you have to do one thing. You have to practice. You have to be very consistent about your things, about your practice. So you need to do that kind of thing. Without doing that kind of thing, now you're not going to improve your communication skill, man. And to be honest, like, I didn't make any script. When I make a video, I don't make any script, and I don't know what I'm speaking right now here. Whatever I'm sharing, it's just I'm speaking in front of the camera. I don't have any script right now. Now you can see here is my books, nothing else here. Okay, whatever I'm speaking is just because of thinking in English. So you have to also start thinking in English. Whenever you're going somewhere, try to think like that. If something is going on in front of you, like if someone is going who just put it on such an amazing outfit, so you have to compliment in yourself that yeah, it's such an amazing shirt, it's such an amazing jeans he wears or she's wears. So you just like to talk to yourself whenever you're doing something. If you are writing something, if you are just reading something, just try to talk to yourself. This is also going to help you to think in English. So this is the thing that you have to do each and every day. Without doing this kind of thing, you're not going to improve. Only learning grammar, only vocabulary, it can't help you to improve your communication skill. It can't help you to improve your what's called your communication skill. Spoken English is all about, it's spoken English is not about only speaking. You have to learn the things that how to do things, how to ask people, how to give answer. That is the reason there are lots of people they cooked in their like interviews. They can't crack the interview. They have a degrees, they have a knowledge the things, but they can't like they can't what's called they can't crack interview. They can't nail it due to like a poor communication skill. So for that you have to practice, man. You have to gain experience, and if you are going to gain experience, if you're going to speak, so this is gonna like your mind is going to say to yourself that yeah, I already practice a lot. Why I'm going to feel underconfident? So that is a thing. You have to practice. Without practicing, this is not going to help you to improve your communication skill, or you're not going to feel confident, man. This is the first thing. And by the way, I have a very bad habit to speak very rapid English. So like if you're going to feel that I'm speaking a little bit what's called rapidly, so you there is a one option that you can use, that you can slow my video. You can use subtitle, as I already given a subtitle, but it is not accurate, guys. Okay, so don't just see that subtitle. Try to listen my voice, whatever I'm sharing. Yeah. Okay, to be honest, it's been a 1 year I have been learning English. It's been a 4 months I have been teaching students. So still, like, I make mistakes. It's really okay, because I'm also human being. I'm not Shakespeare. Okay, I can't like, it is not like that I don't make any mistakes when while speaking, and like when I communicate with the people. It's really okay. It's really fine to make mistakes. Again, I'm going to say you have to be a very practical man, and you have to be very, you have to think to your, you have to say to yourself, it's okay to make mistakes. I'm going to say you one again. It's been a 1 year, still I'm making mistakes. It's okay, because we are not perfect. We have to be perfect. For that, we have to practice. We have to learn things. And in my group, like as I told you, I just noticed there are lots of people, they can't speak. They have afraid of speaking in English. They feel anxious speaking in English. Please try to take your first step. Again, I'm going to say you, please take your first step. Without taking your first step, now you're not going to improve. I like approach lots of people that you have to speak. I approach each and every day in my voice chat that you have to speak, due to for that taking first step. And if you're going to take your first steps, you're going to feel very confident, man. That is the thing. So I'm saying to my all group members, if you're watching my video, please try to take your first step. If you're not going to speak, you're not going to improve communication skill. Okay, by the way, I wanted to say something, guys, that thank you so much for giving me 1000 subscriber. Actually, that day was really amazing for me, because in just a 20 video I just got 1k subscriber. For me it's quite very good news, and for me it's a very big number. I know that it is not very big for you, but for me it's quite very big number. Okay, I'll try to make my content more informative from the next video, but as I told you that I couldn't make any kind of script from my video. Okay, that is the thing. So that's all about the things that it's all about your taking first step. You have to take your first steps. You have to be a practice. And if you're going to practice, so your brain is going to say to yourself that you're practicing. You already practice a lot. So why I'm going to feel nervous? I'm going to feel confident. That is the thing that you have to do, man. And again, I'm going to say you one thing. Thank you so much for giving me 1K subscriber. It's just 20 video. I'll try to make my content more informative. Thank you so much, guys. And this is all about the things. And if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe because I provide such a very informative contents to you for the beginners learners of English. And by the way, don't forget to join my WhatsApp group. That's all for today video. Bye bye.